Engineers built a robot you can ride, a robotic hand that can peel a grape without crushing it, and a humanoid robot built to fight. 3 different sets of engineers with one shared question. How far can engineering push a robot before it stops acting like a machine and starts acting like us? Hello, Circuiteers! Robots can attack complex problems by learning how to fight, pick up objects, and even carry you, like in our first story featuring Unitree Robotics. In the 1986 sequel to Alien titled Aliens, Lieutenant Ripley climbs into the fictional exoskeleton robot, the P-5000 workloader, to give her the extra power needed to battle the terrifying alien queen in the film's climax. Fast forward 4 decades later, and that fiction has become fact. Chinese robotics company Unitree's founder, CEO and engineer Wang Xingxing made history by appearing on the cover of Time magazine alongside the company's robot, GD01. GD01 is a giant transformable mecha with an open-frame cockpit that you can actually ride in, just like Ripley. Come on! Even though the Unitree GD01 has 36 independently controlled joint motors, the robot includes an NVIDIA Thor main computer system, which means massive AI and processing power. Yes, the GD01 is manually controlled rather than a fully autonomous vehicle, but the NVIDIA chip helps the 1,100-pound machine balance, shift its posture, walk on 2 legs, and dynamically transform into a 4-legged crawler for rough terrain. And the structural strength of the GD01's titanium alloy and aluminum frame, along with raw kinetic force, allows this robot to even smash through brick walls. The Unitree GD01 isn't a robot thinking for itself. It's raw engineered power with a human in the seat. And this robot could be all yours for a cool $650,000. Cha-ching! So engineers built a rideable robot that packs one hell of a punch. But another set of engineers focused on something completely different. A humanoid robot gentle enough to pick up a magazine from off the floor. Norwegian-American robotics company 1X just revealed the hand engineering behind its home robot, Neo. Tendon-driven actuators replicate how tendons in human arms move human hands. 1X says this gives Neo's hands 25 degrees of freedom of movement, which is just a little less than the 27 degrees of freedom human hands usually have. Cameras and onboard AI read the shape of whatever the Neo hand is reaching for, so it can grip something irregular and feel it start to slip before it falls. Engineers also pushed Neo's range of motion past human limits. Neo's fingers can hyperextend in ways ours could never, and those humanoid fingers wrapped in an IP68 waterproof rating, which means this robot can wash its own hands. In fact, Neo is so advanced that this 7-second clip of the humanoid robot signing went viral. But if we are to look at how advanced Neo's fingers actually move, it doesn't take a huge imagination to see the tremendous possibilities on the horizon. So a robot walks into a bar, orders a drink, lays down a bill, and the bartender says, "Hey, we don't serve robots." And the robot says, "Oh yeah? Well, soon you will." Okay, so robots aren't really ordering drinks at bars just yet, but they are a lot closer to a bar brawl than you may think. At the Nanshan Culture and Sports Center in Shenzhen, China, the world's first commercially operated full-sized humanoid robot fighting league kicked off on July 16, 2026. The event, organized by Shenzhen-based robotics firm Engine AI, featured the company's T800 humanoid robot as the league's standard competition robot under the banner of URKL. Ultimate Robot Knockout League. The T800 humanoid robot is 1.73 meters tall and generates 450 Newton meters of peak joint torque for uppercuts, spinning kicks, and fast recovery from a brutal fall. With every team using identical T800 models, victory comes down to the specific engineering of each team through software algorithms, parameter tuning, and other system optimization. On the league's July 16th debut, more than 200 teams from China, the United States, Poland, and Singapore initially registered for the competition. Following qualifying rounds, 32 advanced to the main draw. And in a brutal robotic battle, White Eagle landed a high spinning kick that knocked his opponent Matador's head right off. Woo! So, what did we learn today, Circuiteers? That robots are moving from labs to homes to the ring. So, how far can engineering push robots before they stop acting like machines and start acting like us? 3 machines, 3 answers. The GD01 is pure engineered strength, still tethered to a human rider. Neo's hands close the gap, matching and even exceeding human dexterity. And the T800 doesn't just move. It destroys. And when it's all said and done, engineers will continue to move robots forward, 1 degree of freedom at a time. And if you enjoyed this week's episode of The Circuit News, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click those bell notifications for more incredible engineering. See you next week. And a special thank you to the Ming Hsieh Institute at USC Viterbi for making this episode possible.